This could be one of the most important discoveries I've ever made. The world's smallest snake. In fact, this snake is known as the bhraminy blind snake. And not only is it a bhraminy blind snake, but this is a baby bhraminy blind snake.
Let me show you. But first, let me show you what Google says the world's smallest snake looks like. This is the Barbados threadsnake. As you can see, they're comparing it to the size of a quarter. We're all pretty familiar with the size of a quarter. Without a doubt, that is one tiny snake. Now let me show you the difference in the size of a quarter to the size of a dime. This dime will act as a reference to overlay the image of my bhraminy blind snake. This is a real comparison of what Google says the world's smallest snake is, and this snake I just discovered in north central Florida. But Google doesn't show you what a snake like this looks like moving. And videotaping movement is important to verify this is a living creature and not just some rubber fishing worm. The slither motion compared to contracting rows of muscles verifies this is most likely a snake. The snake certainly resembles a worm. In fact, they live a very similar life. Wikipedia says, unlike other snakes, the head scales resemble the body scales. The eyes are barely discernible as small dots under the head scales. The tip of the tail has a small, pointed spur. Along the body are 14 rows of dorsal scales. And to prove that my research has value, I'm going to show you why that tip of that tail is pointed. That pointed spur aids in locomotion. I can't even believe I discovered such a small snake. I mean, look at it again compared to that dime. And this is it compared to a bottle cap. I even tried to take a few close-ups of it up against the tape measure just for size comparisons. But what really did it for me is the moment you hold something so precious, you realize how big you really are compared to many of these creatures and how little some of them can be. And to think that we all survive through some similar circumstances, events. We all have some similar basic needs like eating and reproducing. Something so tiny makes you realize just how precious life really is. Just knowing that 99.99% of all living creatures that once roamed this earth are extinct, and realizing that as a human we only have around 100 years to exist on this planet. Your time, my time, our time is really limited. It also proves that we're not the most important thing. What's really important is leaving this place we have, our one and only earth, in a good state for the people who come after us. And it's unfortunate that the people who watch these videos are not the people that need to hear this. But you can help these videos reach new people by simply hitting the like button and post a comment down below. But just know, I read every one of y'all's messages. You should never keep snakes or wild-caught animals in captivity. They know what to do in the wild to survive. I mean, how could a tiny creature like this have survived for millions of years without knowing what to do? And unfortunately, keeping pets is a huge responsibility. Especially pets that don't let you know when they're hungry, too hot, or need attention. I will be posting some of my best photos on Instagram, as well as printing them off and putting in my photo album to document the different species I capture. You can follow some of those beautiful pictures on great_outdoors_official on Instagram. And hopefully we'll see you next time right here in the great outdoors. I'm your host Alex, the Florida Wildlife Guy. Peace.
A nice natural area with some rotten logs. I know there's a lot of ants and sand that this guy likes. That's where I found them. So I'll just take them and I'll set them down right there. He just kind of fell out right there. You'll be able to see them go right under the ground. But I do need to take a few photos in this natural environment. He's already started burrowing, so we're just going to leave him be. Alright, let's get out of here. Such a crazy, tiny little scale. To think, you know, how small scale some things are on this earth. It's crazy. Well, let's get out of here. Peace.